let's get into what I know you guys want to talk about right now. Honestly, my hot take is that Trunks ruined Dragon Ball Z. Trunks is a fire character. When you really think about Trunks, like, he's like the best looking dude on DBZ. No homo, all homo. I watch buff men fight each other. You look at him and you just think swag, bro. Like, who pulls off their mother's jean jacket like that? You know what I'm saying? Have you ever worn a jean jacket before? Them bitches are pretty stiff, especially if it's real jean, right? Which the way he's moving, I think that shit's paper mache. But Bulma got some thin ass arms. How can Trunks fit his muscular shits inside of that jacket? That's besides the point. Should not be glazing this character that shouldn't even exist. Listen, I'm gonna talk about why he shouldn't exist. First of all, this nigga ruined the timelines. Yes, Goku, Vegeta, and all of them were meant to die. But why is that my problem? Why do I have to watch you fix it, Trunks? You should just lay down like a good little boy. And like, let's be for real here, bro. That's kind of why I wanted to talk about Dragon Ball Z ruining fucking Frieza, because like, how do you go from Namek, right, to the, like, there's no way the Red Ribbon Army just like, how do you make people stronger than someone that can do this? How do you make that though? We don't even have anything on this planet that can do that. So how did they garner enough energy and master the elements of the world to make two big forehead kids that can destroy planets, my nigga? What are we talking about here? Are we talking about the same show? And I don't like that Frieza had worse mechanical parts than the androids. Android 18 came with a functioning pussy. Frieza can't get a forehead? Are we for real, bro? I never liked that about Dragon Ball Z. Like, I understand it's supposed to be like a lower tier anime. It's supposed to just be, look how hard I can punch and I scream pretty loud, color. I know it's supposed to just be that, but still, bro, like, I would like some more thought process than just scream, punch, yell. Like, any type of depth in the story. Yeah, but Trunks ruined it because why did he have to come back in time and do that? And from what I remember, he fucked up like 84 billion times, and there's different universe versions of him out there. That's how Cell got here, because he was like, wait a minute, that's mine. And he's like, but wait a minute, mine's right here. So that means he failed one time, and then that Cell, which means you're not even saving your timeline, stupid. That's another timeline, because that Cell came from somewhere else. Because if you, that's what I'm just like, bro, it unleashed unnecessary pandemonium into the Dragon Ball Z universe. At the end of the day, Cell and that interaction was still fire. We would never gotten Super Saiyan 2 Gohan just for it to be thrown away. But then we got Ultimate Gohan just for it to get thrown away. So it's like, I don't care. Like, Trunks should have never been born, dude. Even as a kid, he's still useless, but I'd rather him be a kid and make Gotenks. That's the only reason I like Trunks. But like, if Trunks didn't have swag, he's a dork. He sits in the corner and mopes. But then he's like, father, he's a nigga with daddy issues, bro. We don't need this on the show. And show us how he got Tapion's sword, bro. Why does he just have that on him, bro? Who did he, where did Tapion give that to him, bro? Can we just like start making the show make sense? I know it's an old ass show, but it never sat right with me, bro. Little 6-year-old me like, what the fuck is going on? Still love Dragon Ball Z, my perfectly flawed anime, but Trunks ruined it. Yeah, he just him being introduced, the moment they brought him out, and like even the way they showed his strength, right? By demonstrating that this random kid who has never won a fight, mind you, he's only been losing and taking L's in his universe, can come over to our universe and absolutely body a alien that has been dominating other races for centuries just because he can turn his hair yellow. That was bullshit to me. That like, it would have been different if he would have fought Frieza and they were somewhat on level, but then Trunks gets like an easy like cop out, like someone shoots and then he cuts off his head, like then he wins. And like, but this nigga saw him that it's like, oh my god, you just washed Frieza. What was the point of Namek if Goku could just yell and get so strong that Frieza, You guys need to rewatch Namek Saga. If anything, just watch the better one. This is gonna trigger a lot of people saying this. The better one Team 4-Star made, and just watch Frieza there, because that's Frieza. Because yeah, like, you could see he was a menace on Namek, bro. Picking up rocks, destroying people, just merciless, fast as hell. Like, I do think the idea of him being cocky is a smart way for him to lose at times, but at the end of the day, he was so strong that it was just like, I don't think Trunks should have cut him in half so easy. Trunks should have not sauced this nigga up. Like, he sauced him up like he was a baby, bro. Which was, and his father. Who, mind you, was gonna Swiss cheese Vegeta 5 minutes prior to Trunks showing up. So it didn't even, it's kind of crazy that he just like, yeah, I'm the shit. They call me the drink. Fucking, take off your mom's jean jacket, bro. And why is everyone so stupid, bro? He's wearing a Capsule Corp jacket. Must have bought it online though. That shit must be custom made. I'm gonna sue him though. Like, what are we talking about, bro? And the not using Yamcha to his fullest potential. Oh my god, bro. This is my opinion. He sucks. He should have never been introduced to the anime, because then he sticks around for way too long. Then he just starts coming back and hanging out with everyone. Nigga, this isn't your timeline. Go hang back out in the future, dog. And then they brought him back in Super, and we don't even talk about the Super version. I think we can all agree the Super version should have never existed. Yes, Trunks and Z looks cool, but if you're just gonna bring him back for Super to look like that, I would have preferred the Xeno version. I would have preferred this nigga, bro, over this nigga 100%. Like, I think the outfit is fire. Nah, the blue hair doesn't make sense. Why he just dye his shit later on? But like, at least make him buffer, bro. Why is everyone? I came here to see yoked men, bro. Why is everyone slim and thick, bro? Goku's the buffest one, but he still has like no depth in his muscles. We did not get buff men until Jiren came out, popping out, looking like a wet sausage, bro. If he didn't exist, we wouldn't have buff men in the anime anymore. Like, it was gross and grimy watching Frieza and Goku punch each other, but that's the shit I came here for, nigga. What's muscles pop off of muscle? I'm still going on it. Anyways, Trunks ruined DBZ. I can make a more in-depth video if you want to hear about it and want to rant about it, and I'll actually paint out more points. I just wanted to start this off with some banger, which is Trunks did ruin it, and I can prove he did. He should not have existed. The story would have been way better without this nigga, bro. Or at least let me write it to improve it. Anyways, second hot take that might invalidate everything I just said to some people, but to me, Naruto might be the best anime. It might not be number one, but it's damn near not under DBZ. That's what I will say. DBZ is cool, and funny enough, I have more DBZ figurines than any other anime. So it's like, if you try to come for me, I like anime. I like DBZ. I have Goku. I have Yamcha. I have a SSJ4 Vegeta that I lost, but I had anime figures. It's just the idea that it's like, you know, I grew up. Why didn't you? The DBZ, not to the people watching. But anyways, Naruto might take that spot as the best anime, one of, if anything, because I've noticed that this anime grew with time. Like, it is tough rewatching DBZ. I have to watch Team 4-Star instead of regular, because I will blow a brain gasket and suffocate myself with how like bad DBZ is to rewatch. Back then, all it was peak, but Naruto is an easy rewatch, bro. It's kind of legendary how it stands the test of time. Not just the animation, because DBZ's animation is fun. I love old school animation. Nigga, Yu Yu Hakusho is like my favorite anime. I don't mind old animation. It's the everything else that goes wrong with it. The voice acting, the story writing is my main thing. Voice acting aside, I watch shit in English dub too. So someone might be like, oh nigga, your takes are invalid. Listen, English dub is the way to watch it. Talk Japanese then if you don't like English. It's just you guys just like ear porn. That's what I like ASMR. You're just watching ASMR anime. That's it if you like it in subbed, which is fine. I was uncultured too, but nigga, I speak English. The English dub voice actors need love too, bro. They literally put the language we know into anime. Otherwise, it would just be subbed. Put some respect on, and there's some legendary ones too that you guys hear all the time and don't even know who it is. Cassandra Lee Morris is in every goddamn thing on this planet, bro. You guys hear her all the time in Marvel Rivals, so it's like, why do you not like her in anime? That's besides the point. Naruto, though, stands the test of time, bro. The animation is fire. The pacing is really good. It's very creative and unique with how they try to make it look good. To even now, seeing some of the stuff, it doesn't look cheesy or saucy. It's like, dude, this is like peak anime. And I've only gotten the first episode in, which might make me a fraud, but I'm gonna watch the second, third, fourth, fifth, all that shit, right? But I remember it from my childhood. Like, I watched it as a kid and it was somehow better than I remember. In certain parts, worse in other parts, obviously. But like I'm already one episode in and it's hooked me. It's usually like, we give animes like a 3-episode rule. At least I do. I give animes a 3-episode rule depending on what type of anime it is. If it's a longer one, like if I'm about to watch something like One Piece or something like that, I'm like, all right, I'll give it 3 episodes, 5 episodes max for like One Piece. I love One Piece, by the way, don't worry. But like if I was doing a longer anime, 3 to 5 episodes. If it's like a 12-episoder, 1 to 2, just because it's like, if you can't catch me in 60 minutes, you're not going to catch me at all. Maybe that 3rd episode if the 2nd episode picked up, but it's like, it's case by case. Bro, I rewatched Naruto and I was so fine not having to finish it. If it came down to, I'll just keep this in the nostalgia bank. You know what I'm saying? But rewatching it, my nigga, the first episode was gas. I said, oh, I know everything else is about to be peak. And I haven't even gotten to the good shit yet, bro. I'm talking about even Naruto's non-canon movies are gas. Remember this scene where that nigga Naruto was running from the train? That shit is legendary, bro. Miley Flanagan, also the voice actress for Naruto, one of the most legendary characters in anime. Sean Schemmel, the other legendary Goku, Christopher R. Sabat, and literally everything from All Might to Vegeta, like, and in between, like, mind you, those are just some couple legendary anime characters, anime voice actors I just mentioned. You could find them on anything. Jeremy Lay, literally from Cyberpunk to Fairy Tail. Like, what are we talking about here? They're good. Back on track. I can't wait to see Naruto, bro, and I can't wait to see Guy and Rock Lee get glazed for being dogs, bro. I can't wait to see Neji not be dead, bro. Like, I can't wait, bro. I'm like, this is only the first episode. I cannot wait. That's how crazy. And I'm older now, so I get to watch back and really like rethink. Like, I can understand now rather than when I was a kid and I hear someone talk about pain. I'm like, nigga, pain. I ain't got juice boxes in the fridge. You don't know pain. But now it's like, nigga, I ain't got nothing to eat pain. Oh, I can't wait to get to pain too. Pain. This world oh, nigga, bro. Yeah. So Naruto, top 10 anime. Top 3, not below DBZ though. So it's not 1, it's not 2, and it's not under DBZ. I'll let y'all pick where DBZ goes. Anyways, anime has fallen off. Or I'm just too old. That's the next segment we're going to be talking about. Because I think anime has fallen down into a point where it is not good to watch anymore. Sometimes. I think it has gotten too casual. And, oh, that made me sound so old. I think I'm just old, yo. I'm sorry. But no, here's my take. Just let me know if you think. There is not enough good anime out there for adults, and if there is, they're not getting enough publicity, and I just haven't had enough time to research it, right? Because I'll pop up on my TikTok and get recommended some animes where it's like they're popular, they're new, I'll go check them out, right? The last one I watched was The Nigga That Lost His Balls. I did not finish it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't even know the name. Danganronpa. No, it's not Danganronpa. It is the anime where the boy gets big ass feet, he loses his nuts, and a girl fights him to find his balls back. See? Crazy ass premise, but you know what anime I'm talking about. I don't have to say the name of the anime. Why? Why is this weird? I miss when Golden Boy was the weirdest anime out on show. It's still unhinged. Don't watch Golden Boy. It is one of the most beautiful looking animes from an artistic standpoint. One of the grossest animes on this planet though. Don't watch Golden Boy. But anime has gotten so weird and just fallen off to where it's like, where's the good, unusual shit sometimes, bro? Like, I miss Space Dandy, dog. One of my favorites. I missed Hunter x Hunter, bro. another one of my favorites. I need Jujutsu Kaisen to come back, bro. Let's hurry up and stop animating each movie of Demon Slayer, and let's not let these niggas still continue to not go home and animate Jujutsu Kaisen, okay? That's what I miss. Okay, so here's the thing. It's not that anime has fallen off. We're just in a dry spell, and a lot of anime is the same, or it is kind of bad. Windbreaker. Windbreaker's a cool anime, but it's one of those other ones where it's just kind of like, you can watch it and have a good time, or you can watch it and not enjoy it and then skip it. And it's been a lot of that recently, instead of like, we all are watching some universal peak again. One Piece is one of those. But One Piece is one of those that like it'll have a future resurgence again, because it's so old that the moment it finishes, people are gonna rewatch it. There's gonna be rewatch parties and all that shit. I know. I'm only 700 episodes in, bro. And I'm still only 700 episodes in. I'm in like the Zoan area, whatever, when they meet the furries, right? Which One Piece makes furries cool. But anyways, anime has fallen off. I can't even think of a lot of them because I haven't been watching them, because they've just been kind of bad and like trivial. The story is just so like uninteresting. I tried to watch Re:Zero and I got disinterested, bro. Re-Peak? I couldn't even finish Re-Peak. This might be a me thing too. That's what's crazy. But like, I was like watching it, bro, and this nigga was talking about, you're weak, you're useless, Subaru. You want to get that girl to like you that likes you, right? And he was like, Subaru was like, oh. He's like, if you want to get that girl to like you, then you got to be someone who's not weak. Become someone who's not weak, so she'll know. And I'm like, is this what we're talking about? I'm like, is this what I'm watching? And it was just kind of like, bro, I guess I'm just in a new era of my life. Like, I honestly don't even like Miles Morales anymore. Not because he's black, but because he's just an annoying black kid now. And that's another hot take. I think Miles Morales only has clout because he's black and not because he's a good character. And we can talk about that, because nigga, I got Static Shock on deck, bro. He's a good black character that gets no clout and he's still loved by many. He needs to come back, bro. He would overshadow Miles Morales because Miles Morales is just black, bro. He's one of the worst spider characters. No, I'm glazing. He's genuinely not. He's fucking fire. I have a Miles Morales poster on my wall. It's just, I'm annoyed that he's only popular because he's black and not because he's a cool ass dude, and like he never faces consequences type shit, unless you read the comics and then you're a nerd. But like, we still love our nerds. Anyways, anime has fallen off. It needs to get better. We need something that's universal, some like Hunter x Hunter peak. And if you have recommendations, let me know down below, because then I'm gonna check those out, because that'd be cool to see and all that. But it has to be good, bro. I want to watch some like Gurren Lagann. I want to watch some Hunter x Hunter, some Yu Yu Hakusho, some Inuyasha, some Ranma 1/2, some Chiyo's New School Road, like some space. I'm naming animes, like, and I just named a big differences in genres and styles. They might all coincide with something, and I might tell you something about me, but I don't know. I just know the anime is kind of weird now. And we can make another discussion video about that if you want to know more about that. I can paint some pictures for you guys about the type of animes I'm talking about. And again, since this is just the first episode, it's like more of a test video. I want to see how it hits and see if people like it or not. Which, by the way, if you like it, leave a like and subscribe, or downvote, and we can talk about it and we can see what direction we're going in. You know what I'm saying? And you can just leave my life forever. But this is an important tips that I want to give you guys for this segment, because I feel like this podcast should be more than just anime and games. I feel like there should be some real life shit too, just because a lot of us can grow up without a dad. A lot of us can grow up without mother figures or whatever, or just we might be irresponsible in young age, where it's like we might be 19, 20, 21, still ripping and running, or just not focusing on life. And I want to kind of give you guys some targeted areas to focus on, just so you guys can improve, because I'm currently living it. And these are tips that I wish I knew when I was younger, to be a better person and to kind of get a leg up. Because at the end of the day, one thing that I notice I don't do is I don't focus on the news, which can be a tip. So we'll just say this is an honorable mention. Honorable mention is pay attention to the news and what's going around you, but only in a healthy sake. Think about the things that are genuinely going to affect you. Yes, the bombing is bad in areas, but He'll have rent tomorrow. This is, I would say, pay attention to the news and things around you, right? For example, the bombing in Gaza and Iran is terrible, but I do not know enough about it because, one, I still have rent due tomorrow, I still have bills, and it's not that we don't care, it's that sometimes some people just don't have the genuine, like, strength to help in a sense because they can barely help themselves, or in reality, they might care so much that knowing about these things, understanding more, and not being able to do anything about it would kill them. There are times where some people might not pay attention to the news, pay attention to politics, not because they don't care, because they don't care about the people, but because they are a person that cares too much, or they care about themselves. So here's what I'm saying is, like, pay attention to the news, but only in your capacity. I do think it is important to speak out and to go and do these things, like to rally and protest, and that is beautiful. You should do that. But what I'm saying is, like, don't do that just because someone else is pressuring you, because if you don't do it, like, make your own informed decisions, right? And if you can't do it right now, that doesn't mean you won't do it ever. It just means not right now. There's tons of times I wish I can fight for people, and I'm like, bro, I can't fight. I don't have food in my fridge, nigga. Like, I can't help you right now, bro. Like, and it's one of those things that you'll have to learn with life. So it might be something I say now that seems very insensitive, but I'm just trying to say that if you weren't on the news anyways, you wouldn't even know it's happening. So it's like, why are you bothering yourself with something that you cannot fix unless there's a clear, if there's a way you can fix and choose not to help, that's whatever, that's besides the point. I'm talking about protecting your mental energy and your mental sanctity is to take care of yourself. Know what you need to do to take care of yourself and be fine with that. And you will, baby steps, take yourself out of that. Okay. That was an honorable mention. The first one I want to talk to you, so we don't start off with something too serious and just get down the line and just go down to the more serious ones for later on. And some of these are going to be tailored more to men, but I'm sure everyone can learn something from these because they're pretty universal, I would say. But I'm going to say this right now. This is for the fellas. This is typically for the young fellas, or even if you're older and you've never had experience. But girls/women are not scary. You are. Now, the way I paint that is you have to understand from a girl's perspective or a lady's perspective how you appear to them, right? So when you want to walk up to them and talk to them, mind you, this is the best possible way you can do it. This, I do not care what any woman says, right? There are cues you should understand so that you do not speak to them. But what I'm saying is that you will not get noticed unless you put yourself out there. So if you see a woman that you like, or you're curious, introduce yourself. Hey, my name is blank. And if she's like, no, I'm not interested, then you say, okay, hey, I understand, and leave. Right? That is the most realistic way. Some people have too much anxiety nowadays because we don't talk to each other. We walk around to be seen, not to meet new people, but then we're like, oh man, I wish I had friends. Wish I'd meet people. Wish I'd go out and do something. You don't do any of that. You don't go out nowhere. You go to Target and Walgreens and you go home. You don't even do anything. So it's like, it's hard to talk about people. But like, also, men, this is a really good tip for you guys, is to make sure you are well-groomed, that's crazy, well-groomed and taken care of. Clip your nails, clean them, wear some nice cologne. Know the difference between cologne and perfume. Perfume and cologne are not the same thing. Okay? Wear deodorant. Wear nice clothes that fit. Fit your style too, mind you. Don't fit into a style trend unless that's just how you want to do it. Unless you can't dress. Wear you. You will attract the women that are attracted to that. There are so many people on this planet, and this is one of the main things I wanted to say about this, is that you will never be able to treat a woman perfectly. Never. You will universal perfect, because every woman is so different and unique that there's not one universal way to take care of women. There are similarities and traits that women share, but that's just people. That's not women. Just because this one girl likes this guy and this one girl likes this guy doesn't mean their thoughts. What are we talking about? They're just attracted to him. But it's like, it's not even that. It's like on a deeper level. If you think women are all the same, you universally are the problem. You have to understand how women think. And that's how men think as well. Women and men are the same thing, just different body parts. I promise you. They have their same fandoms. They have their same interests. They have their same loves. They have their same hates. Everything. Women fart. Yes, women fart. So it's like, women aren't scary. You are. And that's a double entendre. You're scary because you won't talk to them, but you're also scary because you are bigger, stronger than them. You will look like a threat if you do not take care of yourself. That means a nice haircut. You have to spend money and invest in yourself. Get a nice haircut or whatever style you want. Be comfortable in yourself, though. Shouldn't be smelling like onions and BO and saying like, you women ain't shit. Shouldn't be out of shape and huffing breath when you walk up 2 flights of stairs and go, I wish I had a nice body. You could go get one. Which segues into the next one, is take care of yourselves with your weight. You don't have to be an Olympic level athlete, but you should be able to run a mile at a nice pace. 100% bare minimum, you should be able to run a mile at a nice pace. And I'm saying this from someone else who is also out of shape. I'm out of shape and I am considered overweight for my size. I am currently 255. I can bench press 225, so anyone who thinks I'm weak, I will body you. But I am not where I want to be. I am too big. I would make Ben scared if he saw me come around the corner. I need to lose weight. So I invest money in that. I do not have a gym membership because I don't like to go to the gym because I'm self-aware. I don't like the gym. I have gym anxiety. I'm also lazy. I will not drive and go to the gym afterwards. I don't care if I work from home. I'm not going to drive myself to the gym because then I got to wait on other people. I have to deal with people who actually aren't at the gym. I have to deal with the badass smell. I have to do all these things. I'm just going to buy adjustable weights. And so that's what I have. Now I have adjustable weights to work out with at home, take care of myself at any time I want to work out throughout the day. I just stand up and start lifting, do push-ups, sit-ups, then I go take a walk. It's like, and then I eat right. Invest in yourself, bro. Go get that Costco membership if you need to. Go eat healthier, bro, because I promise you it's just that fast food you're eating. If you just change that diet, everything else will fall into place. You're using the wrong blocks, my brother. You're building with rusty nails. You need some perfectly good nails. That's all you need. I promise you. You can still eat the same amount in regular human food and then come out better. Because I realize I'm just a big dude. I'm meant to be a big guy. I'm 6'2", 250 pounds, but I'm not fat. I just have a gut. And I got nice arms. So it's like, if I just eat better and keep working out, I'll be shredded. I'll look not like Ashton Hall, but like I'll be big, bro. And I'm like, I still eat the same amount. I still eat piggish, but I just eat a lot of clean food now. I eat broccoli, vegetables. I make my own homemade tacos where everything is less than 100 calories and high protein. Put some avocado in it. And it's like, I just eat like that and then I lift. And then that's my day, bro. That's literally all you need to do. And then I have supplements, you know? And that's another thing. Take care of yourselves mentally. This is a segue into that. And there's a lot of things with taking care of yourselves mentally. And this is going to tie into the second one and my 10th point. And like some of these other ones, honestly, because this is, again, just about improving yourself as a man and as a person, too. So this isn't just about men. I was kind of giving the other ones to men because women, your bodies are different. I don't know anything about that. But mentally, I think as a universe, we do need to improve. I need everyone, mentally ill or not, and this might be insensitive, I just mean to try harder. And by try harder, I mean individually try harder. I always hate when people are being ambiguous when they talk about certain things, like 10% better, right? Be 10% better. But they're never clear. It's never like, I like Gary Vee because he's like, hey, be your 10% better. That's what you need to do. 10% better can seem so different. You could be like, my 10% better is taking 10 steps tomorrow versus someone else's 10% better is making $1 million. If that's your 10%, do your 10%. Just improve on whatever it is, baby steps, if that's what you want to call it. But you need to be better just for yourself because life is hard. And I would hate for anyone who watches my videos for me to not tell them, hey, do better because I know you can. That's all I'm saying. I'm not asking anything crazy for anyone with social anxiety to go speak in front of the president, but I am saying if you have social anxiety, say hi to one person today. Hey, how's your day going? You'll be surprised at the response you'll get. They might beat you the fuck up. I hope that helps with your social anxiety. Number 4, get a job. I'm not bleeping out that word. You niggas need to get a job. Now, I know that's probably insensitive because I have a job. I'm not in the position where I have been employed for the past, thankfully, 2 years, right? There has been a situation where I was unemployed, but that was willingly rather than unwillingly. But get a job. And it doesn't have to be a full-time, just a part-time. But I think it's good for you to have something so you can have some money, right? Get a job. I think it's important. And a job can mean anything. I don't mean a traditional 9-to-5. I don't even mean a part-time job at Wendy's. I just mean a responsibility where you do not have control of your life in that moment, because it'll motivate you to do better. If you work for someone else doing whatever it is, cutting their lawn, plunging their toilets or whatever it is, or just doing commission work for someone else, it's like, it's better for you because it'll motivate you to pursue a better life, like 100%. Because you're going to be like, dude, you're either going to be like, oh, this sucks, I don't want to do this anymore, so I need to be better. Or you're going to be like, this sucks, but I get paid. Or you're going to be like, I love this. Or you're going to be the fourth one, which we shouldn't be, this sucks, and quits and does nothing ever again. I think even if you say this sucks and quit that, the urge to try something else because you'll have money and realize, oh, I like having money, I think that's more important than anything. Like, I don't care if you quit it. I don't care if you, like my kid, right? I don't have a kid yet, but when I have a kid, I do not care if they quit and they're under my roof, because one, I provide the house because I want my kids to do something. I want them to be safe. I want them to be protected. So I did not buy a house just to chill at and just to eventually kick my kids out when they're 18. We will have talks and we will, but here's the thing. I'm also not afraid of how I know my kids are going to be successful when they're 18, because I myself am not going to let them fail at life and not know how to make money for themselves, not to know how to take care of themselves. Whether or not they still live with me or not is beside, they could be 24 and still live with me, but I just want them to have stuff in place. Oh yeah, Dad, I actually am making $10,000 a month. You cool with me still staying here? Hell yeah, son. I don't give a fuck. I care that you're doing something and I know you're safe. You could leave at any time you wanted, but because you're here, I know you just find it chill. Like, I don't care. I do not care. Like, I think it's personally super crazy to motivate kids to want to move out, because that's just how they learn. Everyone's only learned to get better the hard way, which is just throwing yourself out into the wilderness, which can be a viable strategy, but some people just aren't built that way. Natural selection for a reason. Natural selection's a real fucking thing. Yeah, you might have been able to thug it out and sleep with roaches and walk through the hood every day to get to work, but not some other people will turn into victims because of that. We're trying to keep the crime rates low. So it's like, suicide rates low. So it's like, people's baby steps are so different. And I don't say this to coddle you, but I'm saying I just want you to be better than you were yesterday. 1%, 2%, whatever it may be your 1%. If your 1% is making $1 billion, fucking fantastic. And if your 1% running half a mile, fucking fantastic. And if your 1% is waking up and not hating yourself, I fucking love it even more. So it's just do it. Okay? Get a job. That's funny, right? That's the motivation you get from just getting a job. Go get that job at McDonald's. You'll be happier. Or you'll want to kill yourself and make my fries. Anyways, number 5 is follow your dreams, which is another crazy segue after that. But I think getting a job will allow you to follow your dreams better, because you will be motivated to figure out ways to keep working and also make money from your dreams. I don't think it's wrong to make money from your dreams. Me, for example, my dream is to do YouTube full time. Like, I want to have the ability to do YouTube full time. I wouldn't do YouTube full time, but I would have stability knowing that I could. Reason being is I grew up in a rough childhood situation, so the idea of money to me is very limited, but also very expansive. Here's what I mean. I know I can make a lot of money. If I just go do X, Y, and Z and copy this person, I could go make a fuck ton of money. I know how to do that. But I know myself. That's not sustainable for me and how I want to live. I want to live chill as fuck. On some like Beast Boy actor type shit. Have you seen his shit? I think he pays $400 a month for rent to live in front of some like beach place in LA. What? Nigga, give me that. I want to go find somewhere that's chill as fuck for $400 a month, and I make so much money from. I don't do an actual. I'm not gonna say he doesn't do an actual job. You know what I mean? You don't do the typical 9 to 5 job, and you do a more cool, fun, creative job. That's amazing. I would still do other things, me personally, but like I would love to have that ability. And YouTube provides a lot of people that ability, right? That's a pocket watch, but I've been watching Corey Kenshin. This nigga makes bread. Like, ridiculous. I don't even know the word schmolians, bro. He makes ridiculous bread. And that's not to glaze, but I think it is important to also pocket watch. If your dream is to have a lot of money and you're trying to look for the least resistance, think about things you can do. Just be smart. I don't care. I do not care when people are like, oh, you're only getting YouTube for the money. I'm not. I would like to make money from it, and I would actually do more creative things and fun things, but it's like, I don't think it's a bad thing. What's wrong with money? People want money. That's our source of living here at times. So it's like, and money is power. Get your bread, dog. I never hit a nigga for trying to get his bag, bro. That's why Tectone's so smart. He put himself in the drama niche, bro. Nigga makes millions, which was respect. I'm not gonna do drama though. That's annoying. I gotta pretend to give a fuck about what niggas think online. God, that sounds terrible to do every day. But what I'm talking about now is follow your dreams, whatever that may be. If you want to be a bald guy on the internet talking shit about other people, do that. If you want to be the funniest black guy on the internet, do that. Spot's already taken though. But if you just want to do something, just do it. Just follow your dreams, whatever it is, believe in it. You ever think about like how sometimes you might motivate the wrong type of people? Like I always think about like I could say follow your dreams and give you a motivational speech, but what if only serial killers were watching my shit? And I'm like the reason 47 people go missing tonight because I was like, follow your dreams. Whatever it wants to be, do it. And then my first tip was, girls aren't scary, you are. And the next thing you know, I released Michael Myers out into the streets. I'm sorry for all the 47 people that are getting murdered because of me. Not me though. I just sent out a universal motivational message. You know, it could have been anyone's motivational video that they landed on and murdered people. But yeah, that's a skit idea, right? Anyways, yeah, follow your dreams. I love you guys. Number 6 out of 10 is to take care of your loved ones. I don't think any of you guys know how hard it is to not be able to take care of your loved ones. I said that just because I'm like, going from my point of view, bro, it is tough to not be able to. It is so sad. Like, man, I love my grandma. Future Jordan, if you're watching this in the future, I don't know where you are right now. But like, I hope you made it out, man. Whatever you're doing, but this is crazy because it's like, you're so close but so far from being able to do that, and it just feels like a world away from you. You know what I'm talking about right now. Like, you're just at that point where you're making good money, but you're still far enough where it doesn't mean shit in the grand scheme of things. And it's kind of crazy. That's why I said, I know me personally. People say money doesn't buy happiness, which is fucking stupid. It does. It's just that too much money doesn't do shit for you after a while. It just buys more security, which that is very true. You do not need an exorbitant amount of money to live on this planet. $1 billion is obscene, right? $1 million, you'd be fine. And you can make plays with it. I don't know how other people are doing things, but like, you can do stuff with $1 million. But it's like reoccurring money. Me personally, all I need is like $20K a month. And here's what's so funny. This is why I said, get a job. And I also have another point in here to learn about money, because I said that $20,000 a month, and people were like, what the fuck? I make $5K a month and I'm perfectly fine. That's cool, bro. That is so fine for you. But I promise you, that is still not shit in the grand scheme of things, because I make that right now. It is not shit. You can live a comfortable life because we don't have shit. And but when you think about when you have a house, think about when you have kids, think about when you have a car, think about when you have an accident. Less than $20,000 a month, you're playing gamble with your life unless you live frugally, which is fine. I'm fine living frugally, but when I'm talking about $20K a month for me will allow me to still go on trips, still pay for a house, still pay for a car, still be able to take care of my kids, put away for savings, and if a life-threatening emergency happens, I most likely have it, either through life insurance, or just I saved up for it. That's what I'm saying. 20K a month will allow me to do that. Anything less than that, I'm just playing gamble with my life. And that's where I'm like, dude, like, yeah, I can live off 5K, and that's realistically all you need. But then you don't realize that where's that other 5K that you need for an emergency? Where's that other 5K you need to go on trips? Because going on trips and seeing the rest of the world is very important as a human. You need to expose yourself to other things, not just via screen, but by person-to-person interactions, even if it's within your state, down the street, whatever it is. You need to go experience stuff, right? And as we get older, we want to experience bigger and better because we've seen all that's around us, right? Hopefully. So that's what I mean by 20K. If I was getting paid 20K a month, I would not obviously be spending 20K a month. That's ridiculous. No, I don't. Anyone spending that much a night has a problem because you're just spending. But like me, realistically, 20K a month, I would probably live off of 5 to 6, and the rest would go into other areas. And that 5 to 6 would be rent, my car payment, my girlfriend's car. Like it would go to so many different things that I'm really not even spending 6 just for me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. So it's like you need to set yourself up for that. But if I set $20,000 a month is a lot, or to me, and then you said, whoa, what the fuck? You need to learn about money. You genuinely, because that's not even that much. If I said $20,000 a month, that's $240K a year. That's not that much if you work in different sectors and stuff like that. There's tons of jobs that pay that. There's tons of other things that pay that, like businesses and stuff like that. You just have to learn about it, and you have to be one of them. There's so many people on this planet that make 6 figs. It's not even funny. And think about the people who make more than that all the time. Dude, just learn. And number 7 is don't be a people pleaser. Learn to protect your space. That's one thing I will say this, and you'll never hear it from me again, is why I respect Tectone, because he is about his money, bro. I was studying his YouTube channel, studying a lot of his old videos, and he talked about how he was broke and went through this shit and that shit, which honestly changed him. And now he is in a better place financially, mentally, which I respect, bro. As like a content creator looking at you, I respect the journey, the grind, and I'm glad mentally you were in a better place. All that stuff besides what comes out of your mouth. You know what I'm saying? That can be, I can separate the person from what they say. He hasn't said anything too egregious that makes me put him on a list. I just think this nigga's a hornball, which is normal. I'm a hornball too, but just in private. So it's like, I respect that you do that outwardly, I guess. At the end of the day, we're all men, brothers, so I respect any man that's still taking care of themselves mentally, physically, all that stuff. So respect Tectone. Much love. Anyways, is don't be a people pleaser. So that means if you have something to say it. But respect yourself. And that doesn't mean, you're free of consequences, though. When you say something else might happen to you. So I'm not to say, like, again, not to motivate any racists out there, but just to let you know, if you want to say it, bro, you can. But again, actions have consequences. But this was more in the sense of like people pleasers in a like tough to say no perspective, right? So if you're someone who you typically get walked over, and I mean someone who's like, you do things to make people like you, you do things because you just don't want people to leave you, like, you know what I mean, is to learn to protect your space. If you don't want to do anything today, you don't have to do it. Especially if you don't have to. Like, if you are free that day, free, quote unquote free, you're not free. That's a you day. That is a you. Stop taking it as someone has to invite you out to do something. No, lay on that couch and do nothing if you want to. A free day doesn't just mean, oh, put shit on my calendar, guys. No, nigga, a free day means you want this day to yourself, whatever that may be. And I think 2 free days is perfectly fine. I think realistically, we should have 3 days off. 1 day to hang out with friends and family, 2 days, and then the other day is for you to just completely rot. And that 3rd day should be to do days on important things. So I think every job universally should be getting some version of Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. Friday, No. Friday is the day we work, obviously, and we get off at 5. But Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we should universally all have Saturday, Sunday, Monday off, and I can prove it. Friday is that day where we're all coming home. We might party, have fun, get drunk with our friends, and then we stay out because it's Saturday, obviously. So then Saturday we're cool, we're chilling, we're like, okay, well, you guys want to do anything else? You're like, nah, whatever. And you or maybe you do. You hang out all night until, again, Saturday night. Sunday you guys wake up and you're like, fuck, man, I'm tired as hell, but at least I don't have to go to work on Monday. So then you either get drunk again, or responsible people like me would be like, oh man, I'm tired as fuck. Nah, man, I'm gonna go chill at the house. And it's like, yeah, dude, I understand you have a crazy hangover, massive cock. I understand, bro. Go chill at home, rub one out. So I'm chilling at home. I'm chilling at home now, and that's my recovery day. So now we went out Friday night, did things on Saturday, all Saturday, and then Sunday I'm resting all day, and then I don't have to worry about going to work on Monday. So instead, that Sunday I'm just chilling, things are closed, I'm door dashing, whatever. And then Monday comes around and I'm like, you know what, I should put away my laundry, you know what, I should go do this and that. And then you go do errands that Monday, and so then on Tuesday you're bright and ready to go do stuff. So Tuesday you go work, Wednesday you go to work, Thursday you go to work, and then you do it again Friday, and then you still get the work done, and you have 3 days to yourself. Like, that would be so fucking fire. And that was coming from me talking about don't be a people pleaser, learn to protect your space. And that's what, as a society, we should fight back, bro. Push for 4 days. I'll put in this is a crazy perspective, but I think it's real. Just because I can help an old lady cross the street doesn't mean I'm obligated to. Now, whether or not you do it is your choice. Same thing with like opening a door for a lady or something. Is like, I'm not obligated just because I can, unless I want to. So me personally, I have helped old ladies across the street. I have held doors open for people, not just women. And I just do that because I want to. And that's what I'm saying. You have to realize it, because there's situations where I open the doors for people, right? And then someone else might open the door, and then they just like fucking let it go right behind them, right? I can't just be like, oh, you fucking insensitive piece of shit. like no, it's like, okay, whatever. Like, they just didn't want to, bro. Like, yeah, that's fine. It's so fine. So that's what I'm saying, is to understand the difference between people pleaser. Is like, same thing. Yes, I can watch the news, but do I know, nigga? I'll go insane if I watch another bombing happen where people are blowing up into pieces, bro. I don't care, because I care too much. Okay, leave me alone. Swear we're almost done. Number 8 of the 10, right? Number 8 is to learn about money. This is one of the most important things about life. Everywhere on the planet, we are all fighting for money to an extent, right? I do wish this was the times where we just had trading and bartering, and if you had a specific skill, that's what allowed you to food and wealth and all that stuff. But that's not how it goes. It goes into, if you know how to manipulate the system, you make more money. Because there are welders and other people here who I think should be millionaires, but they are not. like LeBron James is cool, but $500 million worth? I don't know. Hey, that's the thing. It's crazy. Someone else might be like, nah, bro, let's be for real here. Like, why does the entertainment business make so much money to the point where a basketball player, an actor, can make more than a doctor or a firefighter, like, or police officer? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm just saying. I'm not trying to take away from who he is and what he's accomplished, but I think it's kind of crazy in the salary department that over 8 to 12 years of schooling doesn't even get you a D1 athlete's salary, dog. I'm just saying. And I couldn't even imagine being an open heart surgeon, bro. Like, that is like a crazy ass job, bro. Like, I just cold call and I get nervous about that. But imagine I had to show up and save a nigga's life, bro, and I had cold feet. Fuck no, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could do the job you're at, bro. But learn about money. Like I said, when I said that $20K a month, and if you got flabbergasted or you thought I was being greedy or whatever, you need to learn about money, because I am not even asking for too much. And when I'm asking for it, I'm going to be working for it. That's another thing. I'm going to be working for it. So it's not like I just need someone to just pop $20K in my account every single... No. This is something I'm going to be providing a service for and getting value for, to where I'm providing value, and the value to me is I'm getting paid for it. Like, that's how you make money. And if you do it to enough people, that's how you get more money. So it's like, you need to learn about that. You also need to learn about being in good financial standing. A lot of people just have a regular savings account. You need to have more than that, just so you can make money on your money. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not going to tell you what to do, but look into how to make more money with your money, and that'll start you off down a path of making more money. And one thing that has been common amongst a lot of rich people that I hear is do not be afraid to spend money. You will have to spend money to make money. And what people think that means is to be, oh, okay, I need to spend money. Let me go buy a pair of Gucci shoes. No, nigga, that's not what you need to do. What you need to do is reinvest into more learning. Okay, I have $6,000. What do I do with it? I want to make more money. I want the 6K to be 12K. I want this 12K to be 30K. Okay, what I'll go do is go hire someone that knows how to make more money. Cool, now I know how to make more money. And then you do that over and over again till you make more money. Now, there's obviously ins and outs of it. And then you can get even deeper. The reason why I say to learn is because it's very important as young people, especially if you have a credit card and or debt, student loans, whatever it may be, you need to understand it. Don't just let it sit there. People are making money off you every second of the day that you do not understand this stuff. And I'm just saying that from a young guy speaking to other young people. I am only 24. I am not 25, 26, 27, 28. So there are other people who are above me who have went through this even quicker or longer, and maybe are just now trying to step into it or have been in it. So it's like one of those things that I'm basically, here's how I think about life, right? We're in line for like a cool ride and we're about to go see it, right? And that starts from when you're 1 all the way to you're 100, presumably. Think about it, it's like the escalator through life, and you're like finding out someone else is ahead of you. If they're 28, right? That means they're in front of you 4 steps versus me, right? And I'm like, hey man, what's going on up there? And he's like, oh, stuff is happening. I want you to find out yourself. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll find out. And then I go through the said stuff and I'm like, damn, I wish he would have probably told me so I could have prepared better on this escalator instead of finding out myself. You know what I mean? So there might have been a better way to say it, but like, that's the same thing I'm doing. I'm looking back to all my 19-year-olds and I'm like, hey man, like, make sure you learn about credit cards. Make sure you learn about financial literacy. Make sure you make sure you work out and take care of yourself, because it only gets harder from here. Like, if anyone would have told me that, and if honestly, here's what I will say: if I would have given more of a fuck, I would be in a better position. I do regret some things of not taking risks back then, and that's why I think all of you should take a risk. Fuck what the algorithm says. Fuck what other people say about you. Do your thing. So learn about money and help your other brothers. This is a community thing. I hate that the internet is not properly used. We kind of use the internet just to talk about people and just to talk negative. We never talk about good things. We never talk about learning things for each other. And if we do talk about learning, it's either underappreciated or not valued. Why do you not want to learn how to take care of yourself? Why? Do better for yourself, man. It's tough, but I'm not asking you for a lot. I'm asking you for a little. If you are 19 years old and you do not have a job, why don't you have a job? And just be honest with yourself. I don't give a fuck. I just want you to be, I don't have a job because my parents take care of me. And are you okay with that? If you are okay with it, then fine. But I want you to imagine a world where they're dead. Just do it. They are dead. What do you do? What would you do if they died? Right in front, on some Bruce Wayne shit. And that's not to be dark, I apologize, but I'm just saying, these are real. We always want to, let's have fun. No, nigga, dark time. If your parents died tomorrow, what would you do to take care of yourself? Or would you have to have someone else take care of you? That's how I think. And I'm not expecting you to have the answer this minute, this year, whatever it may be, but just start thinking of steps. I am now in a position that if anything were to happen to the person who was taking care of me, I can take care of myself. And it took me a minute to get there, and that's why I was struggling for so long. But now that I'm in that position, I know that, okay, like, hey, like, it's tough to say. This is the worst way for me to say, like, hey, I don't need you anymore, but not in a, I don't need you anymore, like, to be around, but I don't need you to take care of me anymore. You know what I'm saying? I can take care of myself now. That's the type of movement you want to have. And you can still have fun, bro, but there's going to be some sacrifice you have to make. And if you're young, if you're 19, I'm not expecting you to go move out, but I'm saying, like, okay, like, hey, like, maybe, because I'm not going to be 19 forever. I'm going to be 20, I'm going to be 21, I'm going to be 30 one day. I'm still at that point where I'm like, damn, I'm going to be 30 one day. So I need to take care of myself now, because when I'm 30, bro, it's only going to be harder. it is, and especially if I'm still trying to lose weight by then, it's going to be even harder. So I need to do it now while I still have my young bones and my young body, so that when I'm 26, 28, I'm not moving like I'm 45 or some shit, mentally and physically. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you need to keep care of yourself. If you're a top track athlete, you're gonna have to take care of yourself like you still are, man. Don't lose that, because if you stop, it'll be, I promise you, the momentum to get it back is way harder, is what I mean. So, yeah, learn about money. And that segues me into the next one, is financial literacy is not cool to learn when you're 30. That was kind of like more of a reinforcement of learning while you're young. Obviously, if you're 30 years old, that is fine. I think anyone at any age should be financially literate and start learning if they haven't before. But that's more of a motivator, a scary motivator for the young people. Sorry, anyone who's 30 and up. I'm just saying, you don't want to be 30 years old still trying to figure out how to make a budget. That's all I'm saying. Or trying to understand what an APR is, or what are taxes? How much do I pay in my taxes? Like, you need to know where these things are going. Like, and this is what's so funny to me, is that everyone is capable of this. We all do this in video games. Once you get older and you get more intelligent, you'll start looking at video games like a job and start being able to relate it. Like, if you can read the stat sheet in, like, say, like Marvel Rivals, right? And you read the scoreboard and you can read it perfectly and understand the story from it. Maybe you need to be a data analyst, nigga. It's not cool when you're older, and we are getting older, and you can still make it fun. Just keep learning is what I'm saying. Keep learning at the end of the day, every single day. Just keep learning, keep doing your thing. Don't stop, essentially. Especially after high school. It only gets harder after high school if you stop learning. So keep dreaming as well, I would say. RDC is a good example, but keep dreaming, dude. Like, I love those guys. And like, when you say their job on the internet, it doesn't make sense. Like, if you really do, like, they're just some dudes on the internet. Like, obviously it's more than that. They made skits and gaming, but like, even then, like, if I were to say that, is like, try to tell your parents you want to do that. That's what I mean. This is going to be my job, my profession. But no one, people go, what the fuck are you talking about? But no one would understand that there are people making millions of dollars from this a year. So that's what I'm saying. You got to keep your dreams, keep doing it though. Don't let anyone else stop you from following your dreams, because it's like, they don't see them like you do. Like Shark Boy and Lava Girl, dream. I just had to bring that back up. But like, you gotta follow your dreams. No one else can see them like you can. And my number 10 one, this is gonna be the most serious thing I want to talk about, and probably one of the last things, is to not give up. You gotta keep going. Not too many people know this, but I wanted to take my life a few years ago prior to this. And sometimes it feels like that, but not all the time. But it's like, I was in such a dark place that I did not know what to do. And I just had to just keep going. And I have a tattoo on my arm to remind me of that says keep going. Because if I don't, who will? You know what I mean? So it's like, you just have to keep going, dude. Keep going is like my motto. Don't give up. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't want to. And that's what life is. So if any of you are in, or any of my viewers are in high school, just to let you know, all life is what people are trying to prepare you for. And what they never said to you is that they're preparing you to do things you don't want to do. Life is about doing the things you don't want to do to get the things you do want to do. That's all life is. It's that on repeat. So you're gonna have to do the things you don't want to do. So do them the way you want to do them, or just get it over with. Like eating your vegetables. If you gotta hold your breath and eat, do that. It does not matter. Just do it, okay? So at the end of the day, just don't give up. Keep going. You guys are all loved. You're all beautiful, all lovely. Don't give up on life. And if you do, fuck you, nigga. You just ruined my day. And everyone else's life around you, man. Don't give up. Keep going. And yeah, just to close this up, I want to say I love you guys. Thank you guys for showing up. If you somehow watch to the end right now, I want to say I appreciate you. And it's kind of weird still. I still don't see myself as a YouTuber just yet, because it's like, dude, like, I'm just making videos on the internet. that other people might value, might have fun with, might chill with, but I want to start providing value for you guys, and so that's why I wanted to give some tips in this. And this is more like that test episode. If it does well, or if I'm like, you know what, I really like that, it did better than I thought, let me do another one and actually have some more formula to it, because right now this is just spitting off the dome. And like I said, I can still make a Trunks ruin DBZ video and like an anime has fallen off video. Like I can actually make an in-depth one, but the way I do things, I'm just very like cautious at times. So I'm like, I need to just lock in and do something, man. Like, it's tough out here, but we keep going. that's legit, man. So other than that, just give me a like and subscribe. Road to 100K is still on the way. Let's do that. Road to 100K. Let's see how long it takes me from now, which is June 15th, 2025 at 7:54 p.m. to whenever. And if any of you guys are watching that, tag me in the future in that to see when I become 100K. So, catch you guys later. Peace.